Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for round 2 of the YESCAR Truck series from Chicagoland. We picked this one up. Keith and Big Duke asked me if we could continue to broadcast more YESCAR stuff. Obviously, you saw Dennis on Monday night with the late models. You got me tonight with the trucks, and we've got 3D coming this weekend. So that's going to be that's everything that we've got YESCAR related so far, which is super cool to have those guys bring us on for more stuff. I actually have Dennis up here in the booth with me. He's going to be our technical guy for the night, if you will. Dennis has already been running laps trying to figure out how much fuel these guys are going to have. As we've got, I think you said 45% fuel, Dennis.
45% fuel.
So we're going to see about halfway for pit stops for sure out of these trucks. We'll get some race info up on screen for you. It's 68 degrees outside. It's going to make it 101 on the track. 80 laps for these drivers, 1 fast repair, 3 sets of tires on the wall. So it should be a good night of racing. If you ran this whole thing here a couple weeks ago, it was actually a good time. We see Ryan Perrone just walk it sideways through 1 and 2 on his out lap. That's not a good way to start qualifying. But we got, I think we said, 30 drivers at least in the field, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm showing 32.
Okay. So a nice sizable field.
And everyone is connected.
We even got Captain Killam in the house, and I haven't had a race that he's been in a hot minute that I've broadcasted. So hopefully Cap throws it down. You know he always does. We got a whole host of TikTok racers in here. We got everybody from Big Duke to Rickle Frats. We've got Polar. Who else we got? I know Big Duke is live with Keith and the boys, so that'll be a good one to watch if you want to watch something. Joseph Wint will be live as well. Ryan Perrone is TSS Box over on TikTok. That's who we're looking at right now.
John in the field.
Yeah, we got Taco John's in the field. B3's in the field as well. Captain Killam. There's a whole host of guys that are going to be streaming this thing from their in-cars, so you're not going to want to miss them. Let's get some other things up so you guys have it on screen. No, I think tonight's going to be a good night of racing. When I raced the trucks here a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty dicey. Like it was pretty fun. I actually like the trucks here. I prefer the Gen 6 here, but I like the trucks here. But Dennis, you were out on track. What did you think of the setup so far?
Hot, slick. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun racing.
Gonna have to take care of the tires tonight for sure.
Oh, yeah. This is, like we said earlier, track temp's hot. These trucks, doesn't take long for them to overcook that right rear.
Right.
And then expect a lot of sliding.
Yeah,
With this track, you never have a continuous straight. Like everything in this track is curved, so there's not a whole lot of time to get those tires to cool back down once you get them hot.
Yeah, I mean, as we can see with the track map up, even the backstretch has a curve to it. So these guys are in for a challenging one. I know when I drove this earlier a couple weeks ago, you could enter mid and be just fine. You entered bottom, the car wanted to kind of bebop around and not settle correctly. So we'll see how it goes. Big Duke, you ain't kidding. We do got a good field for tonight. So I'm hoping for a good race. This is obviously more than the officials get here. Usually the officials, you're about 25, 26, I think. So
before they start splitting.
Right. So a little bit longer field than normal, but I think it's gonna make for some good racing for tonight. Let's see if we got
tight quarters on 1.5 miles.
That it is. We're gonna have we'll have our usual crank it up if we get it in. The trucks are a little quiet, so we'll see what we can do with that. But I'm excited to watch some racing tonight. A little bit later than normal, though.
A little bit later, but 80 laps around here. These boys should be able to cook these laps off at a decent pace too.
Yeah. We do have some differences. We were talking at the start of this about incident points.
Yes. This league runs a DQ limit on incidents. 17 is a penalty, 21 you are DQ'd. So that's something to keep in mind.
I like it. I think it's going to promote some cleaner driving. I heard, we know that Juan Velez won the truck race at Daytona. I had something come up, was not able to broadcast, so sorry to those guys that we didn't get that on stream. So Juan Velez is going to come in as your points leader. He's going to start, looks like about 15th tonight. But I think the key thing is staying clean, getting forward. I think that's going to be your best bet. As Polar just noted in the chat, he was super close to winning that race, like at the line, got the DQ limit. So it's something you got to watch out for. So, and you know how it is, Daytona, big wrecks, wild things happen. Anything's possible, especially racking up some incident points when you hardly touched anybody. So, we got another one. The pole sitters in the chat. Connor Walbeck going to throw it down right now with a 30.427. But no, I'm excited to see how these guys race. I'm really sad that we missed Daytona because I always like calling Daytona. It makes for some exciting stuff. But unfortunately, at times even the broadcaster's got to do his normal job. So, how much time we got there, Dennis?
Just under 3 minutes.
Alrighty. So we had a little bit more than 5 minutes on the quali.
I think they had 10 minutes.
Yeah, kind of makes sense. I think the only person we got out there running right now is Travis Trussell, and I think he's just putting in laps at this point to put in laps. We've got about 4 guys that haven't qualified yet. Probably trying to start from pits from a safety standpoint. Can't say that I blame them. A lot of racing here. I ran top split here. And the thing that I really noticed is coming off of turn 2. For some reason, I don't know if it's an awareness thing or whatever. There was a lot of spins off turn 2, and I think there is the lack of thinking about the curved backstretch. You're going to think that a guy's coming down on you. He's just following the wall because it's not straight, Yeah,
it's that deception.
Yeah. So, but I think with the hot air temp, or well, I shouldn't say hot air temp. It's a cooler air temp, but we've got a hotter track temp. I think it's going to make the guys have to kind of pedal it a little bit. The trucks, like I said, they tend to get loose, but realistically saving them isn't terribly difficult. So if we do see some wrecks, hopefully some guys keep it off the wall, keep it off each other. And we keep a lot of drivers in this thing. Cause I think it's gonna be an excellent race tonight. Don't forget,
I think this will be a great race.
I think so too. Don't forget, like if you want to get into one of these races, guys, definitely join the Discord. You can find it through Big Duke's stream. He's got his all his links and stuff are over there. It'll get you into the Discord and you can get you signed up for the truck league. Pretty much, if you're in the Discord, there's what I think 3 or 4 different leagues that you can run. They all run it out of the same league, but you just sign up for each one of them, and they've got everything from trucks to 87s. We got late model stocks. You've got the YESCAR 3D stuff. Pretty much, if there's something in your wheelhouse, chances are Big Duke and the guys have thought about it. So,
little bit of different taste, and obviously we got the guys that like the bigger stuff like this with the trucks and the super speedways, the miles and a halves. Then you got your late model stocks that are all short tracks.
And you can't forget Captain Killam's got his ARCA league. So
yep.
I almost missed that when I was scrolling through the Discord. I'm like, I know there's one other one. And then they've got the YESCAR 3D light stuff on, I believe it's Wednesday nights. You know, one of these times we might jump in and do one of those just to cover them, but you know, give those guys some love because you know we have our Wednesday night league, but I know those guys run late on Wednesday nights, so we might be able to fit one of those in. But we're gridding up now, so we'll get the tower off the screen. We'll get the grid up. Connor Wolbeck going to be your pole sitter tonight with a 30.427. Tyler Staton almost beats him with he loses by .002. That's close. Dale Admonson is going to start third. Aiden Laney is going to start fourth. Taco John starting fifth. Big Duke's going to start sixth. Michael Chilton seventh. Kyle Ricklefrats over on TikTok, he's going to start eighth. Joe Sullivan, we all know Joe. We've seen him in here a bunch. He's going to start ninth. Captain Killam, Jeff Byer is going to start 10th tonight. Josh Laughlin is going to start 11th. Travis Tressel is 12th. Moving back a little bit further. Keith, the man who doesn't say no, he's starting 13th. Mike Adamson, he's going to start 14th tonight. Garrett Bobo's 15th. Randy Wood, 16th. Juan Velez, your points leader, he's going to roll off in 17th. B3's starting in 18th position. Trevor McCoy starts 19th. Pancho McDowell is going to start 20th. Ryan Perrone starting 21st. Jackson Duke is starting 22nd. Andrew Winans 23rd. Corey Dennison 24th. We got Gage Knox Polar starting 25th. Paul Lawson is 26th. Ty Smith is 27th. Vincent Pagano is 28th. Cameron Taylor 29th. Jeremy Boz is 30th. Tyler Bryan 31st. Josh Delilah 32nd. Jamie Rose 33rd. Joseph Went is 34th. And that's the end of our starting grid. I'm kind of curious to see how Jeremy does tonight. We talk about him almost all the time. I think he's the youngest guy in any of the leagues that we broadcast, and the kid's just got a great attitude. I love it. He's
always in here just to have a good time.
I don't think I've ever heard him get mad even when he wrecks. So I have to restart my overlay because my stupid track map did not come up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I need to figure out the keystroke to just restart that overlay, but let's go ahead and we'll point this thing at Connor. I mean, you guys know the drill. We do this every week. Dennis, who are you looking at for the win? How many cautions? When's the first one going to come?
Jeez. This is put a stacked field lately. This is it. Got 31 rolling off the grid. I don't see anyone pit starting yet. Might have a couple people with internet issues or something had to jump out for. But 31 trucks taking the green. Oh goodness, I think it's hard to not choose Sullivan in these style races.
See, I got my eye on somebody else because I raced against him in the trucks and he doesn't even realize it. I'm going with Big Duke tonight. I watched him wheel it around here a couple of weeks ago. I think he's got a chance to pull it off. We'll see how it goes, but the pace car is going to duck off. Connor Wolbeck's going to bring us to the green, and we are underway. 2x2 we go across the start finish line, headed down towards turn 1. Got a lot of varying skill level in here tonight, so we'll see how that plays out as the race progresses. I figure for the first few laps we're going to see some good clean race, and I think some guys are going to start to see some tire wear in places they didn't expect it, and then things are going to switch up after a while. But Connor Wolbeck going to hold the bottom. Oh, Big Duke's around, and we got a caution.
Looks like, who was that grabbed the outside wall with him? Oh, I think it was Taco John.
I was going to say that looked like Taco, but we're going to come back and take a look at it. I think it was a net code thing because, oh no, there was no net code. Big Duke just got loose. Looking for, there he is.
Even farther back, Keith had an issue again as well. He
was having some issues when I was catching the stream at the start of Big Duke's. Yeah, Big Duke just get loose, and then he wiggled off corner. He tries to straighten it out, but Taco gets into his quarter. Taco trying to avoid things. So Big Duke goes for a ride. I'm looking for Taco John right now. Taco gets the outside wall, but it doesn't look too bad. So not a whole lot, but we're going to go back and look at Keith too.
Yeah, his was middle of the backstretch.
See, I thought I seen him go low earlier. I don't know if he had a computer problem. Yeah, it looks like his wheel just disconnects and goes left.
Yeah, he had an issue in practice where he could see everything and hear everybody, but nothing was going through. Like none of his inputs, nothing.
Yeah, I wonder if. Oh no, Keith says internet issues in his hotel. That's never a good thing.
Oh.
The life of a man on the road. Michelle says that I jinxed Big Duke by picking him.
I have an
uncanny ability
way of doing that.
I was watching B3 earlier, and I said, I know you're not about to be in this race. He's like, yeah, no, I am. He said, but don't pick me here. I'm not good here. I said, well, I picked you the last race. He goes, every time you pick me, I wreck. So I told him, I said, I promise you, I'm not going to pick you. So I picked Big Duke. Hopefully it helps somebody. But,
everyone but Big Duke.
You know, sometimes guys need a hand. Sorry, Duke, but, you know. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get this thing back 2x2. Pretty much the way we started almost. Got Connor going to get us off to the start again. Dale Admonson to his outside. Tyler Staton, Aiden Laney, Michael Chilton, Kyle Wilson, Joe Sullivan, Cap Killam, Travis Tressel, and Josh Laughlin going to be your top 10. Gage Knox is already up 10 positions just in that one lap.
Seen that.
That's impressive.
Jamie Rose is up 9.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure some of these guys pitted, fixing damage, things of that nature. But we're gonna go back green flag racing. Keith says he's gonna try it again. We'll see what happens. Big Duke says straight out of talent. You got plenty of laps, bud. You got plenty of laps.
Pace car's gonna take a very weird angle here and jump back down pit road.
Dude, that is wicked. And we're back under green. Connor with a really good start there. 46 of Dale Admonson going to drop down. Man, that's a rough way to start a race, though, isn't it? Just all of a sudden it shimmies coming off of 4. You ain't even got warm tires yet. But Dale Admonson going to go after Connor Wallback, see if he can't take the lead right here. Drag racing down into 3. I think right now, kind of like running the 87s. Just let it roll. You don't want to push it too soon.
No, you don't want to push it too soon. Oh, is Rickle Francis around?
I thought I saw something just off the corner of the screen before we swiped through the tri-oval. We'll grab that real quick. Yeah, I thought I seen Rickle go around there. We're going to roll it back just a little bit. And we'll far chase that. So we're going to come off of turn number 4. Rickle on the high lane. And I'm kind of wondering if he thought the 51 and the 15 were going to go lower. But 51 just kind of holds his line. He's not really moving. A little bit of neck code contact. And Rickle's going to go right around in front of the 51. Never a good sign. Gets a little air.
Out of the 2 wrecks we've had that have been up front, everyone's done a great job of missing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, even Rickle's damage, not that horrible. So hopefully get that car fixed, get back out there. Connor Wallback I believe still holds the lead there. We'll find out in a second, unless he's waiting on the pace car.
Yep. Yeah, he was just waiting on the pace car. Everyone's still getting used to this new pace car thing where it jumps out and in different spots than what it used to. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'll say that because you expect it to be there. I don't know why they changed it in the update, other than the fact that I think it actually makes it to where we can get more race laps in than, you know, okay, the pace car is going to come out way late because we're already here. It's going to come out sooner. That's, you know, one less lap to try to have to pace or something like that. And especially in like the Gen 4s or the 87s, it's going to allow you to actually get that last lap in or something.
Where every lap matters.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what's happening there. So
that, and I think it's more realistic. I mean, waiting for us to get through the trial will then it come out is more realistic than it just pulling on track and you having to blow by a full lap at pace speed or at race speed.
So Polar just said, I'm trying. And he's sitting back here in 12th. He's up 13 positions in that orange Halloween themed car.
It does look nice.
It looks really cool. I like it. The only thing, if I had to give something to Polar, make the numbers so they pop out a little bit better. That'd be about the only thing I could do to that. Just from a commentator's standpoint, it's a little hard to see on the number. But I still think the whole car looks really cool. So I'll go back to
with as many paints as I've done, all that is just adding a little more white shadow around the number.
Mm-hmm.
Which the 6 has got it, but the 7 is where it gets lost.
Yep.
But that is,
it's still a cool looking car
for a Halloween paint. You can't get much different than that.
Polar says he agrees. He made the spec map last minute.
Like if you get a nice close picture of it, looks great. But once you get the sun shining on it with all that chrome,
it's tough. It's really tough. But yeah, Connor's gonna lead us to the start again. See if we can't.
Wonder how many people have been ducking down getting fuel. We were at 45% fuel, so.
I mean, I kind of would, but I mean, obviously where Connor's at, you hate to give up the track position and wind up in the middle of everything, and not be able to push it. But
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm looking to see where our points leader is.
16th.
16th. Yep, you were quick to look at
off.
We're green flag racing.
Connor with another great jump.
Yep.
Addison's going to jump in behind him.
Yeah, I was going to say 46 is going to jump in behind him. We'll see if everybody makes it through turn 1 clean. I think if these...
Everyone looking at the pillar, 2nd place and 7th place. They are father and son, another father-son duo that we have in one of these leagues that we broadcast.
I love it. You know, you got the McKayleys and the Brocks in the Wednesday night league. We've got the father-son in the late model series, and now you've got one in the trucks. So I think that's absolutely super cool. As Dale Admonson's going to try and take the high lane out and around Connor Wolbeck, and we finally have a lead change. As long as we can hold on to it. We've finally completed a lap here. So, not this time by, next time by, as long as we're still green, we'll go ahead, we'll do a crank it up and listen to these trucks sing. But, right now it's all Dale Admonson out in front. He's already pulled 0.3 on Connor. And it looks like Aiden Laney is going to pull around the outside of Connor as well. I think it's just a difference of how you're going to run the track, especially with tire savings going to be key here. But we're going to pull off a 4 here. I'm going to crank this thing up. We'll step aside for a couple of laps. We'll let you guys listen to these things. righty. Dale Admonson stretching that lead out. He's almost a full second up as we watch Aiden Laney and Tyler Staton were fighting through 1 and 2 there. But, you know, everybody keeping it clean. 13's got his idea running the wall. We've got a couple of guys that are diving it to the bottom, kind of like what we saw last night in the Wednesday night league. Dennis, you know, we've done this a time or two. What's your plan of attack for this?
Well, this run's a lot different than the ARCA car. If this was the ARCA car, I wouldn't give up the top because momentum is just key in that car.
Right.
Looks like the inside line is able to hold a lot better than the other, like last night. I am keeping an eye on Gage. Gage has worked his way into the top 10. He's up 15 spots polar, so
Yep.
he's on the move like he said he was going to.
He's digging. I think he's in a good spot. You know, he's not really rushing it, but you know, he's still working on it. Checking out Cat. Ooh. Cat was trying to get around Mike Adamson, and Mike Adamson got very loose coming off of turn number 2.
Dale is still stretching that lead. He's maintaining that 1 second over the rest of the pack.
Yeah, he's looking real good out in front. Come back here as he's got. It looks like Laney has pulled ahead a little bit from second place. I don't know if getting away, you know, breaking that draft is going to help him get forward a little bit. It looks like he is starting to pull in Adamson. So did Dale burn up his tires trying to get away too much? And Adamson had all those tires saved up, or I'm sorry, Laney had all the tires saved up from running the high lane when everybody was down below him.
Yeah, I'm looking at last lap times, and Laney's about a tenth and a half, 2/10 quicker the last couple laps. So
yeah, we can see
they are reeling him in.
We can see Dale getting closer, down to 0.7 off the nose of Aiden Laney. So you know, I think here in the next couple of laps, we're going to start to see a battle for him for the lead.
I'm seeing Connor starting to come back for 4th place now.
Yep,
battling Travis Trussell.
Yep. Your early leader. Let's take a look and see Juan Velez, your points leader. He's dropped back to 18th, kind of struggling a little bit right now, but hopefully, you know, get some freshies on that thing at some point here soon. Make a charge for the front. Back to the battle. But
that's where I think Gage is sitting, or Polar, in 10th place. He's sitting in a good spot. He's gained 15 spots since the start, and Travis Trussell's gained 9. Those guys are sitting in a pretty good spot if we get green flag stops, because that's all those cars that you don't have to worry about passing on pit road.
Right. Because
you can make those spots up on track.
Yeah. Yep. Travis Trussell is going to make a charge, trying to get around Tyler Staton for 3rd here. They're dead even coming off the corner, but I'm also seeing there's a battle shaping up here between your leader Dale Adamson and Aiden Laney. Aiden has pulled him into within 0.3, so he's got his draft. I think it's just a matter of time before he starts to get up next to him.
The thing is, and this is something to keep in mind with these two, do they work with each other? They got a 1.3 second gap and growing on 3rd place. Do they just help each other out, push each other, and get as big of a gap from the rest of the field?
I mean, I think I would
look to the bottom side.
I think I would, especially since you've got Aiden Laney back there. I mean, we've already seen how far he's driven up. I don't know. As I'm
21 of Juan is pitting.
We've got Jeremy Boz and Jamie Rose as well. So I don't know if fuel consumption is the thing here, but a lot of guys pitting right now. I got the one car of Tyler Staton hitting pit road, Poncho McDowell, Andrew Winans, Trevor McCoy. Oh, God, there is a stack up at pit road entrance. That's not something you want to see.
No, because that didn't bring out a yellow, so that's...
Yep. Aiden Laney goes right on around Dale Admonson. He's going to have to pit. I think we're starting to see fuel stops. Yep.
Yeah.
Aiden coming down. So Connor Walbeck going to take over the lead.
So our halfway fuel was a little off by about 15 laps.
Yeah, I think guys are running a lot higher RPM. So Connor Walbeck, Joe Sullivan, Garrett Bobo, Kyle Wilson, Jackson Duke, Ryan Perrone, Taco John, your top 7, they stayed out. I got to imagine we're going to see some pitting here real soon.
Connor and Joe just called in. They're coming in this time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at these two working together. Garrett's going to stay out another lap. I do think with the green flag run, the further you can extend that fuel, the better.
Yeah, because that's longer. You can stay on track next time.
Mm-hmm. And right now, we've lapped up through at least 8. So, and here comes Garrett. Rickle's going to stay out. And he's got Jackson Duke hounding him not far off, about a second back. Rickle was involved in that second caution, so I mean he's probably already put fuel in it. We'll have to see how much that's going to change some things.
You can stretch it 2 or 3 extra laps more than what he's already at. That'll make a big difference.
I do believe we've got Connor off pit road. He came out awfully quick, so I'm kind of wondering if he didn't do just a splash and go.
Yeah, because he came out in front of Laney even.
Yeah. He's got
Laney's just passing Rickle right now for his lap back.
Yeah, well, Connor's just a couple of seconds up the road, actually, from Rickle. So
your leader's pitting this time.
All right, leader coming down. We can check last times, and that'll tell us a lot. As long as Rickle doesn't wreck it. Jackson Duke coming with him, too.
That's close.
Ryan Perrone coming down. So that's going to leave Aiden Laney, Connor Walbeck going down the backstretch. That's your potential new first place drivers. So we'll have to see what happens here.
And the way Laney drove away around Connor there makes me wonder if Connor's not in the mindset of saving tires here.
Right. Although Rickle's already off pit road. I got to wait for things to cycle out. Okay. So it finally cycled out that, yes, Laney is in front of everybody. So we're still seeing things float out. But yeah, Laney's got a 1.5 second lead over Connor Walbeck and Travis Trussell. We'll go back a little bit further. There's Connor in second. We got Travis Trussell in third. He's got Tyler Staton and Mike Adamson. I think if these guys work together to get to Connor, I think that they have a better shot of running down Aiden Laney. We'll have to see. I think one thing to watch out for is Dale Admonson. If he can stay out longer, that's going to benefit things as well. As you see, we're starting to catch Connor Walbeck right now. Whoa, those guys got real close to the wall on exit. Connor's just going to let him go. Not really a lot of fight currently, but if he tucks in behind, you're going to go into fuel save mode, right? So
I think he's already there. With the pace that he's running,
I think you're right. I think he might be clutching it, trying to get a few more laps out of it.
Not clutching yet. That I can confirm.
So your top 3, you're trying to run down this man, Aiden Laney, up 3.4 seconds. That's huge over Travis Trussell. But obviously he's going to have some drafting help, but we still got to cut through the lap cars. So,
and we obviously a lot of these guys made it 20, 25 laps, and 25 was stretching it. we're gonna see another pit stop here.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna see at least one more. Some guys, I think we're gonna see two. So we'll have to see how it plays out. I think Rickle stretched it enough. I think he can do it with one more. I think some of these guys up front, I think they're gonna have to go twice.
I think that's where Connor's mindset is. I'll give up the time now, save as much fuel in this run, and then that last run I don't have to save.
Yeah, barring a caution, of course. But I think you're right. I think you're dead on. I think Connor's trying to save a little bit of fuel, stretch it out a little bit further, see if he can't maybe make it to where it's only one stop instead of two at this point.
Second, third, and fourth, even with them being tucked up in the draft like this, Laney has pulled out 4 seconds on them.
I was just looking at that. It's funny. I think our minds went to the same spot as I was looking at the tower. Yeah, Aiden Laney is just absolutely in control of this race right now.
He might be in the mindset of, I'm going to go as fast and as hard as I can, knowing I have X amount of stops that he needs to make.
Right.
I'm going to make up as much time on track as I can.
I think you're exactly right. For Aiden Laney, run the wheels off of it, put as much distance between you and the other guys, force them to have to do the same thing that you're doing, and you control the race. Guys a little bit further back, tucked in the draft, I don't think you're going to get them to do that. But I do see that Connor Walbeck has fallen way off. I mean, we're talking he's sitting in 10th place at this point. Like Rickle has even went by him. So I kind of wonder if he tried to put fuel only and save a set of tires, and maybe hope for a caution that I don't know if it's going to come. But Aiden Laney back across the stripe, up 4 seconds right now. Let's see if we can't find you.
Trying to ride along with Connor right now, looking at his RPMs. And
yeah, Joe Sullivan sitting in a distance.
He just said, yes, AJ. So that was his thing where he...
That's what I thought.
Only no tires.
That's what I thought. Although that might play out well. If he didn't take tires, he's not able to get it up on the RPM real fast. And it may stretch that fuel out.
Yeah, I was looking at his RPMs compared to the guys on Freshies, and he's definitely not being able to put the power down.
Yeah, Aiden Laney up 4.3. Like that is walking the field this early as we're almost halfway. We're not quite there yet, but he just keeps chipping away at it.
Yeah, his lap times are... That time we're about equal to second place, but the lap prior was 0.2 faster.
Well, I mean, at this point, do you really keep pushing to go further and further out? Or do you just say, okay, I got a good gap, let's manage it, see if we can't bring it home?
Manage it, start saving fuel, start thinking, what strategy do I want to play?
Right. We'll see what the lap time for Laney looked like this time. 31.8. Everybody else, 31.8. So these guys a little bit faster than him. So,
well, with that 4-second gap now, he can play as many games and do whatever he needs to now to get his truck to handle how he wants it to.
Right. Got a lot of guys up 10 and 11 positions. Trussell, Adamson up 10. McDowell, Duke, and Knox pretty much up 9 or 10 there. So, but all in all, pretty clean racing after we got those first 2 cautions out of the way.
Yeah, and then the little mishap getting on the pit road that slowed a lot of people down, but
yeah,
a lot of people are trying to fight back from that mishap.
Yeah, we've got quite a few trucks that are trying to dig back from that. Your points leader marred back. Juan Velez sits 22nd, and I'm pretty sure he was in the middle of all that from what I remember seeing. So as we go back to the front, Aiden Laney 4.5 seconds up over second place. That is just wild.
Trussell and Stratton are starting to figure out who wants to lead this pack. We
got a lap car coming through. That's the 25 of Ty Smith. And I think we also have the 83 of Randy Wood.
That right there will
Mike,
show you guys what fresh tires do to these old tires, because these guys haven't been out there that long.
Mike Adamson down on pit road. We've got Michael Chilton coming in as well.
51 pitting in. Travis Trussell's pitting in this time.
Yeah, I think I would try to stretch it as far as I could, but I don't know if these guys got the fuel for it. Aiden Laney continues to run up front.
Next time by is when your leader will be pitting.
So Joe Sullivan and the boys going to keep rolling. Yeah, I think you're going to have to at least this pit stop and one more for everybody. I don't think you can make it, period.
I'm going to be curious to see how far Connor can go with this. With
yeah.
him having the slicker tires, not being able to put the power down, saving fuel. Even if that wasn't his goal, that's what he ended up having to do.
Right. It's Aiden Laney hits pit road, so that's going to leave it to Joe Sullivan, Garrett Bobo, and Rickle. They're going to be your top three right here.
Which we saw Rickle was the guy that could go the longest that first stint.
Right, and he's been tucked behind these guys. I think Rickle's doing his homework. I think he's probably gaming the fuel system. Hopefully it works out. You know, it could go one way or the other. But, you know, if he can stretch it just that much further and be on freshies at the end, I think it's a solid play.
This has definitely come into a strategy race.
Yes, it is very much came into a strategy race here.
Your leader, Joe Sullivan's going to be pitting this time. So that's going to...
I wanted to look at something with Rickle. I wanted to see... He pit on lap 28. Oh, as Rickle about runs him over.
That got close.
Mr. Sullivan, we know not to pit from the middle lane.
Well, he had the guy that came out of pit road underneath him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he could really tuck down behind him.
Oh, man, I'm sure Joe's wearing his brown pants now.
Connor's on pit road as well, so that was the extent of he was willing to take those tires.
Yeah, I'm sure he's looking for a fresh set, just like Joe is, except for one's looking for tires. The other one needs a new fire suit. As Rickle stays out here, it's gonna be a tough call to see when Rickle comes in. You know, he went damn near 30 laps, but again, he pitted for damage, so that's going to shift some things. So our numbers are going to be a little bit skewed here, but you know, I think if you're doing your homework, if Rickle's being smart, I think you could possibly stretch this out as the one car, Tyler Staton, is going to unlap himself. You know, when you're in a position like Rickle, where he was running about 10th before green flag pit stops again here, if you can get it to extend, even if you've got a late pit, I think
coming in this time.
So that'll put him at almost 50. So he's getting about 23 laps of fuel out of this thing, if my math is correct.
Somewhere around there.
He went 28 to 50. So yeah, I think it's 23 laps. Man. You know, you're not...
point, I'm trying to find a buddy. I'm tucking in behind him, and I'm saving every ounce I can.
Yeah. So Aiden Laney is going to take over first place from Rickle. And he's got a 3.7 second lead this time after the cycle. Travis Trussell just a little bit further back. Travis doesn't have anybody pulling him back. Nobody drafting off of him. So he's pretty much flat out. So we'll have to see see if he can reel him in.
Yeah. Tyler Stratton's 6 seconds off of your leader, Laney. He's a little over 2 seconds back from second place. So this has stretched the field out a little bit.
Yeah, because if we got to go back another 4 seconds to see Mike Adamson, and then another 4 seconds to see Joe Sullivan. He's at least got a drafting partner with Garrett Bobo. And then we go back at almost another 5 seconds to Connor Wolbeck.
Which Connor is getting some relief because now he's got some new shoes underneath her. She's actually going to be able to turn.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't hurt him long term. I mean, you can drive it back, but man, I think that's going to be a tall order. So
yeah, you're almost in the window of, I don't know how these tires wear. Do you dare throw right sides on with a splash?
Well, I know it was loose in the officials, and then it just got looser. So I don't think putting right sides on is the call. Maybe lefts if you're really trying something, go for broke kind of deal. But
I mean, we've seen how much pace Connor took with lost without taking right sides, though.
Also true. Interesting fact here, Aiden Laney's up to 4.8 seconds over Travis Trussell, who continues to rip the lip here around Chicagoland. He's trying everything he can, but Aiden Laney going to stretch it to 5 whole seconds. Wow.
As of right now, your biggest mover of the race is the 08 of Jackson Duke, who's sitting 9th right now. He's up 13 spots.
Wow. That's doing some homework. See if he can't catch these guys. He's only got, Rickles about 2 seconds up from him. As we see Dale Adamson going to go around the bottom side of him.
Polar, someone we were talking about earlier, he's on the verge of getting lapped here.
Where are we looking at? Things are moving around. Yeah, there's Gage. Yeah, the leader's just a second behind him, unfortunately. He sits 13th right now. Still up 12. Pretty good day so far. I'm sure a lot of these guys would love to see a caution, restack this thing. But your leader with the draft is pulled out to almost 6 seconds. That's freaking huge.
Yeah, he's figured something out that the other guys haven't.
Right.
He's able to keep feeding that truck throughout the whole run.
Right. So, second place, Travis Trussell, like I said, 6 seconds back. I mean, he just keeps bleeding time, so I'm not sure what it's going to take to get things switched around here. You get Tyler Staton in the one car. He's third place. Mike Adamson in the 88. He's running fourth. Then we come back to Garrett Bobo, Joe Sullivan. They're sitting fifth and sixth.
That's a mess that they're sitting in right now.
Yeah, a bunch of lap cars behind them right now. Ooh, as they try to navigate through. I do believe that was Juan Velez headed to the bottom there in the corner.
Your leader has lapped all the way up to 12th place.
Man, that is just flying. He's up 6.1.
Well, and right now, the thing that's hurting Travis, he's got nobody in front of him. Whereas Laney, your leader, had those lap cars for a good 5 laps, helping pull his toe.
Yeah, so we may see it flip back the other way, but just a commanding lead right now. Oh, as Gage Knox was sideways. He keeps it rolling, but you can bet his tires are not happy.
Yeah, and Trevor was doing everything he could not to run into him there. Yeah, you can still see him dancing off the corner.
Garrett Bobo and Joe Sullivan have caught the 88 of Mike Adamson.
I'm the battle for second's getting closer as well. Tyler Stratton is starting to close in on Travis Trussell.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he just ran the high lane so long. I mean, that's probably the way to save some tire, just so you're not overheating that right rear, but he hasn't had any drafting help. As you see, Captain Killam going to go to the bottom side there around him, so see if he can't pull him away from Tyler Stratton. But Tyler's still chewing into the lead of Trussell a little bit here. So...
as your leader's pulled out 7 seconds now.
My God. Just wild. 20 laps to go. We're going to have 19 when we cross the line. So do you pit early and just run like hell? Or do you try to pit late and just, know that you're that far ahead?
If I'm sitting second on back, I'm doing the opposite of the leader. If the leader is planning to go long run, I'm going to go short run.
Well, let's put this up. Your leader pitted last on lap 44. So he's getting close. He may just say, to heck with it, run it out, fuel it, tires, and go. We got Gage Knox and Trevor McCoy coming down pit road, as well as Travis Trussell. So I think Travis might be listening.
Yeah, that's with an 8 or 9 second advantage. You got to do something because you're not beating him on the track.
No, you're going to have to beat him on pit road as Aiden Laney is going to go and stay out another lap.
Your second place driver is coming down this time.
Yep. So that's
Tyler Stratton.
That's going to open some things up. Garrett Bobo going to stay out. Mike Adamson coming down pit road. Joe Sullivan already pitted the previous lap. So Rickle trying to get back to the front again. We'll see how that plays out as Aiden Laney gets hung up by a lap car, but he's going to go ahead and pit this time.
That's when you're the leader like that. You got all those cars blending off pit road. When do you make that move? Because you don't want to get stuck on the outside line when you have to come in.
Right.
That is something to keep in mind as well.
That's a tough call, right? As Garrett Bobo is going to take over the lead here for the time being. I think at this point, some of these guys, they're probably going to try and run it as long as they can, especially for the guys that were further in the back. You're going to have to do something opposite what your the leader did.
Yep, your leader, Garrett Bobo's coming in this lap.
We've also got a lap car coming with him.
It's going to give the lead back over to Kyle Wilson.
Rickle back to the lead.
He's been able to stretch it longer than everyone else, but I don't think it's going to be 15 laps more.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I'm also looking at timing and scoring. Aiden Laney, who should cycle out to the lead after a little bit, he's got a 4.6, or it's actually growing, almost a 5-second lead over Travis Trussell. A 4.68.
So Travis did cut into it there by pitting 2 laps sooner.
Right. So we'll see how the tire wear plays out, but yeah, he's going to have to find some serious speed as Rickle continues to stay out front.
All these guys going around him right now are trying to unlap themselves after their pit cycle.
Yep. 14 laps, almost 13 laps to go as Rickle leads across the line there.
I know these numbers are skewed because he still has to pit, but Jackson Duke is up 20 spots.
Wow. Yeah, he sits second right now. I'll come back here to Aiden Laney again. He has pulled out on Travis Trussell 4.7 right now. Not handily pulling out, but he's got a nice comfortable lead As it looks like Rickles stays out again. He's going to stay behind Joe Sullivan and see if he can't draft his way forward a little bit.
Heard old Rickle on the radio pleading someone to stay up top with him.
I wonder if there's a moose in the hoose.
A moose on the loose.
In the hoose. Rickles stays out another lap.
He just said on the radio, there's many mooses on the looses.
That's never a good thing. Aiden Laney's going to pull out 5.28 seconds over Travis Trussell, who is third currently on the board. Captain Killam having an off night.
Rickles pitting this time. He's going as far as he can.
I think he needs a goose to help his moose on the loose.
That's going to inherit the lead back to Laney.
Yep. Laney's on the back stretch. Rickle could capitalize on some things here. We'll have to see what happens, how long he stays on pit road. You know, obviously, if you could get down and away quickly, that's obviously for the better. Every second's going to count on pit lane, as Rickle's already back to second.
Yeah, and he's still in his box.
Oh, and the caution's out. We got B3 crashed. That is going to change a lot of things, folks. Let's go back and see what happened. We're looking for B3. See if I can find him. Right there he is. And we already got him backed into the wall. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. The 72 slow is slow on the top side. B3 is going to try and cut it down below him. And then he starts to float on exit. The 72 comes down, gets into the quarter panel. B3 noses it into the wall pretty hard right there. Goes right on around, but hopefully he's still got his fast repair. Get that truck fixed, as we've only got about 8 laps to go. Bad luck for B3 there. So now the question is, do you have a set of tires left?
Well, I know one person that does.
Who's that?
The person that didn't take them on the first green flag stop.
That is true. Connor Wallback does have a set of tires on the wall. Does he take them? I think he's crazy if he doesn't.
You'd have to.
Everybody else that's a lap down is trapped. So you've only got the top 12 that are going to be on the lead lap here.
Yeah, because your leader stays out, Travis Trussell stays out, Jill Sullivan stays out.
Yep. Rickle is already on freshies. He doesn't have to pit. B3 looks like he got into a fight with the wall there. I do believe that right front is pointed outward, but I don't think he could pit until this lap anyways. Man, that's tough. That is tough, especially after the leader already pitted, and you know he probably doesn't have tires. So Connor Wallback and Dale Adamson are going to have fresh tires. They're coming off a pit road right now. I think everybody from about 7th place up needs to be worried. You know, you've got at least 4 guys that are going to be on fresh tires. They're going to be able to go caution to the wind. You know?
Yeah. They're going to be able to rip the top and carry a lot more speed.
Oh, yeah. As B3 is not pitting here, so I've got to assume he doesn't have tires and he doesn't have a fast repair. Unless he's thinking we're going to see one more caution and maybe get back on the lead lap. I'm not real sure, but I do believe he's 2 down. So
well, right now all the lead lap cars are trying to get sorted in the back of the field here with the lappers and stuff. I mean, Connor's sitting in a really good spot right now.
yeah, yep. Rickle's got that high side, so if everybody goes low, I think him staying high would be a beneficial move. Who else did we say? Dale Adamson is on freshies in that 46 truck back there. Ty Smith, also I do believe on freshies. He was your lucky dog. So it's going to be interesting. Aiden Laney commanded most of this race once he took the lead. Can he still do it on old tires? That's going to be the question, right?
Yeah, you can kiss that 9-second gap you had goodbye, because we're 2x2 coming back to the restart zone.
Yep, it didn't matter now, or doesn't matter now, but we're back green flag racing as Aiden Laney gets a pretty decent restart here. And they all stack up in the back.
We'll see how quick these fresh tires poke through the field. I know Tyler Stratton, the one truck, is also on freshies.
Yep.
So him and Connor are going to be moving through this field.
Ooh, Rickle gets in the back of somebody, but it's all Aiden Laney up front right now, running that bottom lane. He's getting it to work. He's got a few laps on those tires, so obviously a heat cycle is going to play a factor here, but we're just not seeing the fresh tires come through yet. I think we need to see some heat in the old tires first before we start seeing those new tires start to come through, as I believe Connor Walbeck is our highest on fresh tires. He sits 8th right now. He's in that X-Side truck in the back, but he's got to get a move on. You're coming to 4 laps to go. It is time to go.
Yep. And what's really going to hurt these guys is all the guys on old tires are running that high line.
Well, and Aiden Laney pulls out 2/10 every time he cuts the tri-oval, which is interesting to see. So
yeah, he's got 5/10 up on second, and then it's just a hornet's nest from there on back.
Yeah, and the fresh tires are stuck. They can't go anywhere. We haven't. Connor's in 7th. We've got
3 wide.
Oh boy, this could get ugly. Connor's up to 6th.
He's running out of laps.
Yep.
Oh, was
somebody in the wall. They keep it rolling.
Yeah, I think that was Dale Adamson.
Connor Walbeck is on the move. I don't know if he's got enough time. Aiden Laney's already opened up a 1-second gap as we get ready to take 2 to go. So I don't know if Connor has enough time to get everybody. And there goes Joe Sullivan into the wall.
That was Joe and Rickle.
Yeah, we're going to come back and look at that. We'll go blimp on that. I'm not really sure what I think Joe was loose coming off of 4, maybe. He comes through the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe gets loose, brushes the wall. Rickle starts to check up. Joe's still trying to gather. Big Duke gives a shot to Rickle, and they both wreck into the outside wall.
Oh, and the 24 got collected as well.
Oh no, Rickle turns right in front of him. Oh wow.
He just had nowhere to go.
No, you can't go much lower than that. So hopefully some of these guys still got some fast repairs left. Because that could make for some unfortunate stuff. But
well, Rickle just confirmed that he did not have his fast repair. So that is
that's rough.
The end for Rickle.
I was gonna say, did that tear the tire off that truck?
I think it might have blown it up.
Yeah, I think it might have too. How we doing, Stoku? You know who's really loving this caution right now? The guy in the 99 truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Rickle might be able to continue, maybe, but his right front is 45'd into his radiator,
Oof.
and his left front is almost giving it a high five.
Well, I think Connor's in a much better position as we get ready to go into overtime here. You know, Aiden Laney still in control of this race. Man, I tell you what, I gotta wonder if this man lives in this truck. The way that he drives it around here is just absolutely impressive. He's controlled about 75% of the race tonight, so we'll see if he can make it to, you know, the end with the lead still intact. So
I got to give a shout out to the 08 of Jackson Duke. He is up 18 spots from the start of this race.
That is an impressive run. That is a very impressive run. The only person closer is Ty Smith in the 25. He was a lap down before the last caution. Made it back onto the lead lap. He's up 17 to 10th.
Yeah, we've had some big movers. Sadly, our biggest loser of the race so far is old Taco John. He's down 21 spots.
Yeah, Taco not having a great night tonight. I will say that.
Old Taco, no bueno.
No bueno. But we're about ready to go. Green flag race. And we've got Aiden Laney, Travis Trussell, Mike Adamson, Jackson Duke, Garrett Bobo, Connor Walbeck, Poncho McDowell, Tyler Staton, Ty Smith, Dale Adamson, Joe Sullivan, Ryan Perone, all on the lead lap. So you got 12 cars ready to battle this thing out under a green-white checker. The 99 is telling me from inside the car, grip it and rip it, boys. He's on that bottom lane, third one back. We'll see if he can do anything. Highest one on the freshest tires. So Rickle confirms 20 minutes of damage. So I don't think he's going to be able to get back out there with his severely dilapidated Toyota. If you drove a Chevy or a Ford, bud, you had a chance. But I think
the best thing Connor can hope for is a good launch by that inside line, and then he needs to move up to the top as quick as possible.
Yeah, he's got to find some room. He's got to get that truck moving. That's the only way he's going to have anything for these guys. And I think off that last restart, he didn't have a snowball's chance, and you know what. But a good start from your leader, Aiden Laney. Connor goes.
That's exactly what Connor wanted.
Yep. He's going to try and arc it through the corner, see if he can't get a run down the backstretch and go after these guys.
Him and Tyler Stratton. Stratton's also on fresh tires. Those two are nose to tail, 4th and 5th.
Connor Wolbeck to the high side. Aiden Laney going to lead through 1 and 2. The 88 gets a little bit loose. That's going to open the door for Connor Wolbeck in the 3 wide situation. Aiden Laney leads across the line. Connor Wolbeck's on the slide. He saves it. Mike Adamson is sitting in second. Does he have enough to go after Aiden Laney as Aiden Laney leads out of turn number 2? He's opened up a 0.25 gap, but we're trying to break the draft. It is closing. Does Adamson get there? Does he have enough time? Does Laney get loose coming off of 4? Laney keeps it straight. It looks like he's going to bring it home across the line for a first place finish. That was actually a really clean last lap for the most part. You know, we saw Connor Wolbeck get loose. He does recover for 6th place, but man, I thought it
could have been death.
Oh yeah, it could have very much been death. We're gonna get our timing tower off. We'll get our results up on screen. All in all, a great race tonight. Aiden Laney going to come home your winner after controlling a very good chunk of that race. Mike Adamson making his best effort to get to second. Coming up just a little bit short. Tyler Staton going to take 3rd. Dale Adamson is going to come home in 4th position. Jackson Duke is 5th. Connor Wolbeck 6th. Travis Trussell is 7th. Joe Sullivan is 8th. Garrett Bobo 9th. Ty Smith is 10th, Poncho McDowell 11th, and Ryan Perone, the last car on the lead lap, in 12th. Big Duke with an off night. as well as Captain. They both 13th and 14th a lap down. So tough break for those guys, and we'll pan through and get you the rest of the finishing positions. But you know, I think Aiden Laney might have figured something out tonight.
Might have.
He did 100% did. Stamp it, you know, put it in the mail and ship it. I think that was one hell of a run there. Hopefully we get to talk to him here before we dip out for the night. But you know, for our first broadcast with the Truck League, I think these guys put on one hell of a show.
Yeah. You can't ask for, I don't care if you limit the fuel or anything. Once you start getting multiple green flag stops in a race, that in itself is impressive.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, and especially a place like this, you know, where it really beats up the tires. It's tough to come back from a deep hole, and you know, make it to the front, because you can only push the tires so hard, right? But you know, all in all, I think the guys that did their homework, did their practice laps, knew how it needed to be ran. You know, those are the guys that you saw come through on the top. You know, Connor Walbeck, you know, got a gift there with the 2 cautions at the end. Unfortunately gets turned coming across the start finish line. You know, it's tough. You about the time you think, okay, I got this, right? You've got fresh tires. You could make that push, and it kind of falls apart, unfortunately.
Like I said, with the double-edged sword thing, where do you go back and get fuel, or do you stay up front? When you're battling through a field with fresh tires, it's the same thing. You know you got fresh tires. You know you have to make the moves.
Right.
But those are going to be way tighter, and the room for error is so much smaller.
Yeah, and you know, you're trying to get through the packs and things like that, and it's tough because everywhere you want to go, you've got a car that's on older tires in the way.
As we have old Big Duke himself join us again.
Good evening, gentlemen.
The man, the myth, the legend that stepped on it coming out of turn number 4.
Man, I've stepped on it this whole damn week, guys. Like I can't quit stepping on it. I don't know what the deal is.
Brother, it was going on last week in 3D. You had a really off week last week.
I did. You know what? You're right. It's been a whole damn week, man. But what a race, huh? 3 green flag stops. Like my God.
I know. You know, usually that doesn't happen very often. One I could see, but you know, to actually get all 3 of them in.
And by the way, we had damn near 30 something cars, 34 cars. Like that's a good race.
Yeah, I mean, even the cautions. You know, it's not like it was really crazy racing. It was just, you know, some small hits that turned into spins and things like that. But it didn't take out a bunch of cars all at once, which is what you want, except for the whole pit road incident that we saw on the first green flag stop.
I mean, everyone did a great job with when we did have those cautions, where a lot of them were in the middle of the pack or up in the front of the pack. Everyone did a great job missing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that my spin. I didn't hit anybody. I know Taco got collected in it, but he got up to the top and nobody hit him either. I was kind of surprised, but then I damn run out of talent on pit road on the first pit road entry. Damn turned around and got backed into the fence and had to turn around. It was just a bad night, man. Just a bad night, but a fun night.
Well, like I said, it's clean racing, green flag racing. You can't ask for anything more, because it's not very often we see a lot of green flag runs.
No, that's it. That's what I was saying earlier. I was talking to the guys on Discord. I was like, man, we got a lot of people in here. Like, and then all of a sudden we're 2 cautions, 7 laps in. I'm like, oh yeah, and then we're good to go.
Yeah. No, we had a similar experience on Tuesday night with my 87s league, and we were shocked we got green flag stops in, because at Daytona in an 87, that generally never happens.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
So,
but we'll see, man. Hopefully this trend continues. Even like I can't say enough about the group, and how well that performance was tonight, man. Almost 40 cars and only a couple of cautions. I hate that I got Rickle there at the end. I was trying to help him get some spots and was just pushing him, and then we come off of 4, and we had a tremendous run down into the tri-oval, and I guess Joe and them kind of got a little bit boogered up, and it pushed Joe out to the outside. But by the time then, Rickle had already gotten a fender there, and it head on him in the fence. I hate that happened, but
Yeah, we saw Sullivan get loose off the corner, and I kind of just judging by what I saw. It looked like he didn't see him loose, and then all of a sudden, just kind of all hell broke loose, for lack of a better phrase. But you know, it could have went much worse. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, it was a clean race tonight. Things that you really want to see. We saw a lot of hard racing. Aiden Laney pulled out to a huge gap. You know, definitely had that one on lock tonight. That's for sure.
yeah, that was a heck of a run,
down
man.
here
Every time I looked up, he was in. Yeah, let's pull him up. Or is he in there? Connor's down there. Yeah, there he is.
Nope, there he is. Aiden, you got us?
Yep, 10-4.
All right. Well,
He's probably in the next live already. Hell, what do you mean? He's not in this one. He's in the next one. Hell of a run, bro. Hell of a run.
Thank you, man.
Me and Dennis got to ask, because I mean, we just watch you pull gobs of time, even late into the run. I'm going to guess you live inside of this truck.
Something close to it. I run every week. I'm doing the fixed races, and I'm in a couple different leagues for the trucks. I'm in a couple different leagues for some other cars. So
Okay.
I'm more or less living in the sim than the truck, but I definitely love the truck more. But
nothing beats seat time, so
yeah,
right.
I mean, you definitely had something figured out here tonight, because we watched guys try to match the same lines at points. They couldn't do anything with it. You know, and obviously even after the two cautions, we saw Walbeck and guys like that were on fresh tires. I thought that we're going to actually be able to make a run at you. And you just pulled away steadily.
Yeah, I was really worried about. I didn't know when to pit or what the strategy was going to look like, and then that first caution came out, and I could save a little bit of gas, and I knew that it would be pretty comfortable to just run it. I wouldn't have to worry about saving too much. After the first 7 laps got knocked out under caution, so I just, after that first stop, a couple guys came out on 2 tires in front of me, and then I passed them pretty quick. So I just assumed it was for Dr. Feelgoods for the rest of the night, and then that late caution really got me scared, because I'd run probably about 10 laps on them tires, and I knew there was a guy coming off pit road who was on stickers. Like, no, they didn't even get an out lap. So
yeah, because Rickle hit pit road right as the caution came out, and I'm like, this is going to change things, because we knew that Connor had a set, because he was running so much slower in between pit number 1 and pit number 2. So me and Dennis were talking about it. We're like, does he have anything for him? Because again, 6 laps, that's a big difference here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, I honestly, if I had a set laying in the pits, I might have came down and took some. But I knew everyone else took tires. Like, just about everybody else had used all their tires. So
right.
I figured I'd be okay to stay out. But that last stint, I was going to go hard until the end, because I short pitted. So I was going to use all the good on them tires. I wasn't worried about saving it all. And then the caution came out, and I was like, well, crap, I've been pushing the last 6 laps.
Well, that's kind of what I was wondering too, is like, we saw you come down. I think there was 18 to go. We weren't sure how much further you could stretch the fuel, because it's kind of one of those things. Do you keep pushing and pull out as far as you can, and then throw new tires on, and then just go like hell for the last, would have been 16 laps if you probably would have pitted a little bit longer. But I mean, all in all, tonight you maintain the tires, you maintain the lead for 75% of it. That to me is a commanding victory at that point.
Yeah, I was honestly, after the first, I think it was the first or second stint, when they came out and took 2 tires, I was afraid that was going to be an option. So
right.
I was worried about, I would just get the gap to second out to like 7 or 8, and then kind of sit there. because I knew that's roundabout what the difference would be with a 2-tire and a 4-tire stop. But
Right.
I guess 2 tires just ended up never coming around.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seemed to work out for you tonight, but, like I said, you commanded most of this race, which is pretty impressive in its own right. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go for the night?
I just want to thank everybody that helps with all my buddies and stuff that bug them with questions all the time about what the strategy is going to look like or what line to run, when should I push and all that. So just got to give a big shout out to them, because honestly, in a couple of them other leagues I've been running, I've been on the wrong side of strategy every single time, and I've lost like 4 races this season on that. So
Oof.
I just
Oof.
I
gotta.
didn't even want to talk about that with my Wednesday league.
Yeah.
We got a guy up that's from Canada that runs autocross in real life, and that man can save tire and save fuel like no other. And
Yeah. Me and Dennis know about losing on strategy.
Yeah. Yep. All too well.
Yep. But all right, buddy. Well, congrats on the win tonight. We'll let you go, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Yeah, fine job, sir. Fine job.
Thank you. You too. Looking forward to next week.
All righty. Well, that's Aiden Laney. Big Duke, any other thoughts on the night from inside the car before we wrap things up?
No, I got no opinions other than I was just an absolute idiot. I was a weapon. I gotta get better, but no, I'm just thinking everybody over at Keith Says Yes and YESCAR. I picked up a new affiliate deal with Elite Performance Industries today, EPI. So more information coming on that, on open setup stuff. But no, just thanking everybody for showing up and pitching in and making this helping this league and all this stuff grow. I appreciate it.
Dennis, thoughts from you before we close things out tonight?
great race. Like, when we jumped in seeing 30 trucks, we normally know what official show for 26 trucks. So having 32, 34 trucks on track and being able to get 3 green flag pit stops, and that's awesome. That's something everyone wants to see.
It's really not much more you can ask for there.
Yeah, I mean,
a couple cautions, like a good late race, little restart.
Well,
green flag stops. That's pretty good.
Well, and I was in an official here with Big Duke a couple of weeks ago, and it that was not a fun time. So I knew what that was like.
Yeah.
And I was kind of concerned because it is Chicagoland. It can get weird, right? But I think everybody did a great job. I kind of think that with the temperature, the fuel load, I think it worked out really well tonight. So, but on that note, everybody, we're going to wrap things up over here on my end. We've got YESCAR
Thank you,
3.
fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, you too, Big Duke. We've got YESCAR 3D coming up this weekend. We also have NASCAR Generations. I think the plan right now is to do both of those on Saturday, so we'll have both of those coming at it. We'll have 3D up right after Generations. We'll roll from one into the next, which, if you haven't seen a 3D show yet, you definitely need to, or at least get in and run one, because they are a blast. Then Sunday night, we wrap up with the last fast car, slow car event for the season until that goes on hiatus. That'll come back the weekend after the actual Daytona 500. So you're not going to want to miss that. I'm sure that's going to be a barn burner of a show. We got Gen 4s there for that one. Somebody's going to want to put their name on the list before we call it a season. But on that note, that's all for me and Dennis up at the booth. Everybody have a great end of the week. Have a safe Halloween. Everybody's going to be out trick-or-treating. Watch out for kids crossing the streets, things like that. And we will catch you guys all back here on Saturday. Have a good night, everybody.